Bro, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to take this live edge timber slab, try and turn it into a bench top, and we've got a little bit of help from our friends over at Jackery. Right, normally when I tackle a project like this, I bring out the generator, all the tools, fuel, start the generator, plug the tool in, turn the generator off, or leave the generator running, piss everyone off. But our friends over at Jackery have sent out the Jackery Solar Generator 2000 Plus. This little bad boy has a lithium battery in it. It's got a 3000 watt inverter. It's capable of running everything including the air conditioner in the tiny home. So we're going to put it to the test by running all the tools today off it, and then in the afternoon with whatever battery power is left, we're going to run the tiny home and just run this thing down to zero. First things first though, we're at 99%, that's not fair, we need it at 100, so we're going to go plug that solar panel in, get it to 100, and then we can start working. So the Jackery unit's all charged up off the solar panel. It did take a little less than what it said. I think it boosted back up to 100 watts instead of 80 watts. But we are sitting now at 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this camera on the Jackery unit. I'm going to measure out the length of this cutout, and I'm going to start making the cuts in the timber. You can see on the screen as the saw kicks in, you'll notice the output on the unit go up. It tells you everything you need to know, including how long it can last at that rate of output. And yeah, I'm not going to put any more charge into this. I'm going to leave it at 100%, and we're going to see what it ends up at the end of the day, just doing general tasks and working around the property. I must say that was quite impressive. It did not struggle at all. Using this saw, it is an older saw, so it's not exactly power friendly, but I think we pulled 1200 watts and it was saying it can still do that consistently for 3 hours. Not bad at all. Let's keep going. I'm done sanding for now. That was probably about 2 hours worth of sanding. We got it nice and smooth. I am leaving this textured, like I don't know what you'd call it, from the milling process. I like the look of that. That's a personal preference, I guess. Jackery's only at 95%, so we've only used 5% of this battery power. That's unreal. The next step doesn't require the Jackery, but we're going to apply some of the exterior clear coat on it to see how it goes. And let's do the first coat of that and see what we're working with.
A few moments later.
So the GoPro didn't record me putting the clear coat on the timber, but we have lathered it up. Came out quite nice. I've also done this little separate piece, ignore the burn pile. This little separate piece, which will be thinking about giving it to my mother, putting Tyler's handprint on it, making a nice little serving board. I don't know, it was too good to just throw away. Can't be made as a cutting board, but is what it is. Anyway, so whilst we're going to let that dry, I have found something else that we can test this Jackery unit with, and that's the gurney. The gurney says it draws 1400 watts. Let's just clean the car and the trailer and see how much power we can use. Again, we're sitting at 94%, and it's been 4 hours, and we've been using power tools, I haven't turned it off, so the unit itself has been on, which means that 3000 watt inverter will have a continuous slight little pull on it. Right, so that used a fair bit more power. I don't think it drew the full 1400 watts, which is whatever, but we're sitting at 87% right now, which is not even a quarter of this thing's capabilities. We still got plenty more power to use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my power tools on charge. I'm going to put both cameras on charge, and then we're going to come back after a quick little lunch break and see where we're at. Yeah, so whilst my last two batteries are charging, I wanted to take this time to run you guys through exactly why I think the Jackery Solar Generator 2000 Plus is the way to go whether you're off-grid or not. As standard, this Jackery unit comes with a 2 kilowatt hour lithium battery bank, with the capability of being upgraded up to a 12 kilowatt system. Another key factor for me personally for these Jackery units is the grade 9 shock resistance. That means I can throw it in the back of the car, it can bounce around a little bit, I can wheel it up and down some rough terrain, and I'm not stressed about it getting damaged. Charging the Jackery unit is super simple. You've got 240 volt charging for when you're at home. You've got DC 12 volt charging for when you're in the car. Use your cigarette socket, plug it in, and it'll start charging on your way to camp. Or once you get to camp, you can put a solar panel in and make sure you've got continuous charge coming into your unit. In my personal opinion, whether you're a camping enthusiast, whether you live off-grid, or whether you just want a backup power system for your home in case the power goes out, Jackery is the way to go. I'll put all the information in the description below so you can jump over, take a look for yourself, and we want to thank Jackery for sponsoring this video. Rightio, we're back. We charged 5 batteries for our power tools, 2 GoPros, plus this camera. We're at 70%, so we've only used 30% all day. I'm pretty impressed with this. Anyway, so we've got to mount this timber slab up to make the bench top. Alright, I hope the GoPro captured that, but quite simple. Laid the slab of timber down, 2 screws at the front, 2 screws at the back, and we have ourselves a nice, really nice, like comfortable bench top to eat off, hang around. We've moved the motorbike up into that back corner, and I think that's where she's going to stay for a bit. Don't know if you can hear that in the distance, but we got a pretty gnarly storm rolling through, a bunch of thunder, lightning. So I think this is the best chance to take the Jackery unit and head inside, see what we can run off that. Part of the job of our Jackery Solar Generator 2000 Plus is being a backup power system for our tiny home. So in case of an emergency backup, we wouldn't be running everything off it. We'd be running the essentials like the internet, a bit of entertainment for Tyler, and charging our devices. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to simulate a worst case scenario. I want to put as much strain on the unit as I can to see how it handles it, which means we're going to be running the TV, the computer, the second monitor, charging phones, charging my laptop, and running the air conditioner. And let's just see if it can handle it. Alrighty, Ali, can I get you to unplug the plugs off the inverter? I am a bit too fat to fit under there.
A few moments later.
So we are running the pedestal fan, Ali's second monitor and her laptop charging, TV's going, aircon's going, my laptop's on charge, both our phones are on charge, and here's what we're looking at. How good is that? There you have it, guys. That just goes to show how much power you can pull out of this little Jackery unit. Bear in mind it's got a 3000 watt inverter, So there's a big gap there of what we can potentially do in the future. Jackery's website states that it can run a small welder, and you can be sure we're going to test it out in a future video. That's it for us. Again, thank you Jackery for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you in the next one.